Do not use paper clip, glue. Obviously, you won't use them. Do not use correction fluid. Not supposed to. Yeah, they didn't say I agree, but not supposed to. Why? Correction tape, correction tape, it may smudge when you write on it. But you can say, I wait for you to dry, then I flip the page. But your paper going to take aeroplane, going to fly to UK. Along the way, there may be condensation. It may become wet lah. Then it may smudge lor. Then if they cannot see, it's too bad. So recommended, cancel neatly, write neatly. Yeah. Okay, now if working is needed, it must be shown with the answer. Next line. Omission of essential working will result in loss of marks. Omission means you never write. Omission means you leave it out. So if you leave out essential working, you will lose marks. If the degree of accuracy is not specified, meaning if they didn't say leave your answer to 3 SF, if they didn't say leave your answer to 2 DP, they never say leave your answer to 1 SF. If they never say any of these things, second part, and if the answer is not exact meaning calculator values where you have square root, where you have pi, a lot of decimal places, never ending one, that one we call not exact. So if it fulfills these two requirements, then standard, leave your answer in 3 SF. No need to ask, it is written here already. I say one more time. If they never say leave to 1 SF, 2 SF, 3 DP, 4 DP, whatever, plus your answer in your calculator very long, then you just leave your answer in 3 SF. However, if it is in degrees, you leave it to 1 DP. The good news for you is that the degrees, the angles in degrees, most likely will be exact. Why? When is it that your answers in degrees are not exact? It is when you use your trigo, your tuakaso. Then your degree is not exact. But tuakaso all syllabus already one. So we are expecting all your degrees, expecting all your degrees to be exact. Because the only other time you'll see them will be your pie chart, will be your angles in a triangle, angle on straight line, parallel lines. All those you wouldn't expect to see many decimal places for your angles. So let's start with paper 1. Now your job is to check answer. If you need help, raise your hand. I will go through. Otherwise, I will not waste time. Question 1, final answer 2145. Method mark, answer mark. Anybody needs help for question 1? All okay. Moving on. Question 2. By rounding off each number, there are 3 numbers over here. 1, 2, 3. Every single number round it off to the 1 SF. Then get the final answer 30. Any questions? You don't need this. This one no need to show. Yeah, just show the square root over here can already. Question 3. Make x the subject. So final answer for x. X will be equal to 3 minus 2y over 5. Or 1 over 5, 3 minus 2y. Or 3 over 5 minus 2 over 5y. All these three answers are the same. They are accepted. Anybody needs help? Question 4, simultaneous equation. There are easy ways of doing it. There are more complicated ways of doing it. As long as you are sure of your method, you will get the correct answer. Provided your method is correct also. Okay, so x has a value of 1.5, y has a value of negative 2.5. So this is equivalent to 3 over 2. This is equivalent to negative 5 over 2. Go through this one. Okay, I will go through this. 3x minus y 7. Okay, the standard steps, equation 1, equation 2. Decide, are you going to use elimination or substitution? Your choice, really is your choice. Substitution. Okay, I'll show you all both. In this case, both elimination and substitution are quite straightforward. If I'm given a choice, I think actually I will recommend to you. My recommendation to you is use substitution. Because substitution, to me, is a little more straightforward. The steps are very standard one. Make x the subject, make y the subject. Substitute in, solve, get answer. Whereas for elimination, you still need to consider whether the coefficients are the same. 3x, then the other one also must be 3x. But of course, in this case, you got negative y and negative y. Yeah, it will work well. Elimination. But if you have the coefficients all different, then elimination is a little tougher. Okay, so I will recommend substitution almost all the time. In our substitution, choose the equation that has coefficient 1, meaning in front of the x or in front of the y, you see the number 1, meaning you don't see the number. Because 1x is just x, 1y is just y. You choose the equation where the coefficient is 1 or minus 1. In both cases, we have coefficient negative 1. In the second equation, I have coefficient 1 as well as coefficient negative 1. I prefer to use equation 2. I am going to make x the subject because it's the easiest already. X as the subject. So from equation 2, x equals to 4 plus y. Simple. I've just made something the subject. I made it the subject by adding y to both sides. Kiras, I hope you are watching, because I'm showing you a much easier way than what you did yesterday. So here, this is the substitution method. I have x equals to 4 plus y. I will call this equation number 3, straight away sub into 1. Standard step, this portion. After I've made something the subject, immediately call it equation 3, sub into the unused equation. Okay, now, in my equation 1, I can see x appear. Every time I see the x, I change it to become 4 plus y. So 3 times of, I see x appearing, I change it to 4 plus y. Minus y equals to 7. Now we have to expand. 12 plus 3y minus y equals to 7. Continue simplifying. 2y equals to negative 5. Y is negative 5/2. You have one answer already. Immediately sub into 3. Confirm will work because you made x the subject already. And you call it equation number 3. So when you sub into 3, you will get the answer straight away. X equals to 4 plus y. Instead of writing y, we write negative 5/2. And the answer is 3/2. And here are our answers. These are the two answers. This is called substitution. This is what I will recommend almost all the time. Okay? So anybody wants to see elimination? Elimination? Okay, can. Before I go on to elimination, anybody still needs this on the screen? Okay, a while more. Okay, now for elimination. Same two equations, 3x minus y is 7, x minus y equals to 4. Equation 1, equation 2. When you want to use elimination, find the x or the y values that have the same coefficient. Let's look at this. X has 3x in equation 1. It has 1x in equation 2. In order to make them the same, I take equation 2 times 3. Equation 2 times 3, yeah? But do you really want to do that? Do you really want to do that? No, there's no need to. Because if you were to look at the y value, can you see that they are already the same? The y's are the same already. So you don't need to go and complicate things by taking equation 2 times 3. Although it is not wrong, you're just having more steps. More steps implies higher risk of mistakes. So since the coefficients are the same, we are going to subtract equations. Equation 1 minus equation number 2. I choose 1 minus 2 because the right hand side shows 7 and 4. I would prefer to get a positive value when I subtract. But if you do it the other way around, it's also okay. So let's take the left hand side minus the left hand side first. Left hand side minus left hand side. 3x minus y minus open bracket, must have the bracket, x minus y. I have just done left hand side minus left hand side. Since they are equal, then the right hand side has to minus the right hand side as well. 7 minus 4. Why is this called elimination? Let us see. When you open the bracket, minus x plus y. This is where the elimination happens. Can you tell which variable is removed? Is it the x or the y? Yeah, the y is eliminated. That is why we call it elimination. How did that happen? Because we decided to take 1 minus 2. Why did we choose the minus? Because the coefficients of y highlighted in yellow are the same. If they are the same, to eliminate, you take away. On the right hand side, 7 minus 4 is 3. We know that what negative y plus y will be 0. So we're left with 3x minus x, which is 2x equals to 3. Divide by 2, we get 3/2. We have one answer already. Look, it is the same answer. X is 3/2. Same. Now we have to substitute this into equation either 1 or 2 because those were the two original equations that you had. Which one will you choose to substitute in? Both are fine. I will choose to substitute into 2. So every time I see the x, I change it to 3/2. 3/2 minus y equals to 4. Continue to manipulate, get rid of that 3/2. So negative y equals to 4 minus 3/2, which is what's this? Over 2, 8, 5. 5/2. Y is negative y is 5/2. So y itself will have a value of negative 5/2. And you have both answers. Then you can see that they are the same on both sides, whether it is elimination or substitution. So look at both and decide which one you prefer. Substitution is very standard one. Elimination need to think a little bit more. Should I add? Should I subtract? Do I need to multiply? Do I need to divide? Whereas substitution, just make x the subject, sub into the other one, solve, sub the answer back into your new equation. So this is my preferred. Another reason why I prefer this is because you are expected to make x the subject yourself. This part, when you make x the subject yourself, you keep practicing this skill because the exam, most likely every year there will be make x the subject, make t the subject of the equation, make k the subject. You might as well practice that same skill. Once you are very good at that skill, apply it over here. Okay, factorize. Anybody needs help? Know how to use calculator, get immediate answer? See, no need working one, no working. Calculator can give you answer, but you must know how to interpret. Next one, find the reflex angle STR. Angles at a point. Part 1, anybody needs me to go through? 320. Yes, Kaiser, you need? No need. Okay, part 2, RST. Wow, this one skips so many steps. Okay, I'll go through RST. Okay, RST. To find angle RST, I need this angle first. So angle SRT equals 105. This is for part 2. So reason is corresponding angles, parallel lines. Because there's a letter F. So these two angles are the same. Next, we use angle sum of triangle, angle RST, which is what they want. RST up. 180 minus 105 minus 40. Angle sum of triangle. So this gives us 35. This is part 2. Anybody needs more time for part 2? No. Okay. Solve this equation. Remember yesterday when I showed you, is it the day before, I think, when I showed you the syllabus? One of the examples look like this. You are expected to solve this. So put it as over 1. Multiply. Yes, you can put it as negative 0.25. It's the same. So multiply, you will get 3 times 1 on one side, 6 times of 2x plus 1 on the other side. Anybody needs to go through? No need. Yeah. Okay, part A, happy out of syllabus. I mean, not tested. See, there's a tangent. Got tangent, sine, cosine, all not tested. But we can do part B. Find the area of the trapezium. This is our 15.4. So they are testing you on the formula for area of trapezium. Half times the sum of parallel sides times the perpendicular height of 10. So answer will be 177. And the units are square centimeters. So 177. What happens if you forget the formula for trapezium? Then you find area of square plus area of triangle lah. Same one. Anybody needs more time? So some notes over here. Sum of parallel sides. This is our perpendicular height. Sami, okay? Okay, ABC is a triangle, AB8, sketch everything out, construct the triangle. So AB 8 cm, BC 6. So draw an arc 6 cm, another arc 7 cm. This will be our point C. Down 6 cm and 7 cm. So in your construction, we have to see the construction lines. No construction arc, no mark. That's for part A. Part B, construct the angle bisector of ABC. So ABC, angle bisector, this is the island, the coconut leaf, tree trunk. Need to draw what? Of course, must draw tree trunk, otherwise no tree trunk, then no bisector. Must draw that long, meh? Is it? You draw very long. You always draw very, very long. Always draw very long. All these draw long. Long. Questions? Next. Coordinates of A, 0, 2, check our work. Need me to go through? Need. Okay. Coordinates of A. What is its address? What block? What level? So A stays at block, what is this block? Block 0, yeah. Because this is block 2, block 4, block 6, block 3, block 2, block 1. So if you go backwards, 4, 3, 2, 1. This guy must be staying in block 0. All right? He stays in block 0. Now that I know he stays in block 0, I need a level. Level 0, level 1, level 2. 0, 2. That's his address. Find the gradient of the line BC. The line BC, so mark out the 2 points. The gradient of this line. Formula is rise over run. You have to rise from the bottom up. So BC, which point is at the bottom? B. B is at the bottom. So we start from B, we rise up. Rise up, up, up. And we stop here. We stop here because C is on this level. Then you continue traveling to the left. Left, left. And we stop here because that's where C is already. We are trying to go to C. So 3 units up. The rise is 3. Run to the left is negative. Must memorize. Running to the left is negative. Running to the right is positive. If you cannot remember, how? Look at the axis. All these numbers are positive. All these numbers are negative. To the left is negative. To the right is positive. It is there for you to see. Okay, so since we're now running to the left, by 2 units, -2. But we don't leave our answer like this. You put a negative sign on the outside, -3/2. Of course, you can write -1.5. It is the same. Also can, but there's no reason to lah. It's just risky on your part if you make a mistake. Okay, I didn't teach you the formula. You don't need to use that. You don't need to use this rather complicated formula. Just rise over run will work. So find area of triangle ABC. Area must be half base height and 9 units, 9 square units. So anybody needs to go through? Why 9? No need, huh? Okay, key chain. It is a circle with radius 0.5 cm. So this little circle has radius 0.5 cm cut out from a sector. Sector is a part of a circle. Sector is a part of a circle. So if you like, you can try and visualize the rest of the circle. Okay, so this is what the rest would actually look like with O as the center. And they say that it has a radius of 5 cm and this angle 107 degrees. So find the area of the whole. They start off with a simple question. So just find this area. You need to memorize area of circle versus circumference of circle. Pi d pi r square 2 pi r. Okay, join the lines. Can join the line? Chenxi, which one will you do? You will do area, is it? Okay, so area join to pi r square. How are you so sure? Because of the square. Area will be cm square, meter square, km square, mm square. That's area. This is the only one that has a square, so it must be area. What about the rest? Circumference to pi d, which is the same as 2 pi r. Pi d is the same as 2 pi r. Because diameter is 2r. 2 of the radius gives you the diameter. Okay, so this is how you memorize the area and circumference of a circle. So now that we have this, area of that little circle, pi r square, 3 SF. See, they didn't say, they didn't say 1 SF, 2 SF, 3 dp, whatever. So it'd be 3 SF. Area of shaded region. No time already. Okay, the rest will be